Welcome to News Desk with me, Mamiesi Nyamiche Thompson. In the next hour, 60-year-old woman beaten to death after she was accused of witchcraft at Bubuna in the Yonyo Nansuani district of the Northeast region. We have details. A key government official of deposed Niger president still in denial of current crisis in his country as he insists the presidential guards who seized power lack recognition in the international community. We have an exclusive with the Chief of Staff. Also, Electoral Commission vows to go after persons who flout rules for the use of the guarantee system in the upcoming voter registration exercise. We have details, plus we'll tell you why Nkranza South and North will not partake in the upcoming district level elections scheduled for 19th December. I am Mamiesi Nyamiche Thompson. Please stay for details. Now let's dig in. A 60-year-old woman, Konjit Dut, has been beaten to death after she was accused of witchcraft at Bumbuna in the Yonyo Nansuani district of the Northeast region. According to family, the deceased was summoned by some of the community members after one of them reported seeing her in his dream trying to harm him. The family adds that the woman was murdered on her way to report the accusation against her to her family in the next village. The incident comes as Parliament recently passed a bill seeking to proscribe witchcraft accusations. It also comes on the back of a similar incident in June this year at Sangmana that nearly sparked tribal violence in the district. Speaking to Joy News, a brother of the deceased, Jacob Cook, says the family is demanding the arrest and prosecution of the perpetrators. He said family would not bury the body of the deceased until their demands are met. The police have confirmed the incident but wouldn't give details. Chief of the community has condemned the attack and vowed to ensure that the law takes its course. Witchcraft accusations and violence are common in the Northeast region. There are currently around 70 women separated from their families and being held as witches in the region. Let's go live now to correspondent Eliasu Tanko for more on this. Eliasu, when exactly did this incident happen and why?
Well, we understand it happened on Monday. This woman, we understand 3 years ago, had been accused in this similar community. And so on Sunday, actually, she was summoned by some members of the community. And then she was told that one person had accused her of being a witch, and the other person said he saw her in his dream trying to harm him. So they were asking her to treat this person who we understand is currently ill in the community. And so we understand the woman was on her way to the next village to report the accusations against her to her family. Two men then on a motorbike treat her, and she was beaten to death by these two gentlemen. We understand the police have been informed, and we're also picking a report that one person had already been arrested. But the family members, the family of the deceased, they are now asking for justice. They are asking that all the perpetrators involved should be arrested and prosecuted.
Well, Eliasu, how is the community reacting to this incident, seeing that there was a bill passed in Parliament recently to abolish some of these practices?
Well, it appears the community members are not aware of this particular development in Parliament. And this is not the first time that actually such an incident has occurred in this area. Only June this year, there was a similar incident in that area. And then also in July, another incident happened in the same area, which is the Namong community. And so this is a very common incident in that particular area. And because of a slow justice system, or if you like, a lack of justice. In most cases, these things keep occurring.
But has the family taken any steps to, get some investigations done into the incident? Maybe the chiefs in the community or even the police?
Yes, I understand the police have been informed. The chief actually said he was the last person to be informed about the incident. He expressed his unhappiness that the community members were able to hide this particular information from him until the last moment when he was informed. And he said he personally reported the incident to the police and asked or encouraged the police to take action on this particular matter. And so, yes, the family have also been making some demands. They are saying that until the perpetrators are arrested and prosecuted, they are not going to allow for the burial of their loved the woman that have been murdered. And they are also saying that if the perpetrators or the attackers are not killed, they were going to take the law into their own hands. I spoke with the two sons of the deceased, and they were very, very angry and insisted that if justice were not served, they were going to look for the perpetrators themselves and then exact revenge on them.
Right, Eliasu, we're so grateful for your time here. Eliasu Tanko is our regional correspondent, but joining us too on this issue is the brother of the deceased, Jacob Jakpe, and he's here to tell us more about the incident. Jacob, if you can hear me now, can you describe the circumstances leading to your sister's demise? Jacob, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, it's true. Yeah, the incident happened at Bukugu, Union National District, and it's my sister. And the family of Doubt, specifically Control Force, married there. And on Saturday they accused her as a witch, which is Namka's grandson. On Saturday, she said and said, it's good for me to go and inform my parents.
Eliasu, if you can position yourself well or reduce the volume of the television set wherever you are, it's giving us feedback. Unfortunately, that's giving us feedback. So if you can just put that off and speak to me through the phone so that we can get a smooth conversation here. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you very well.
Great, wonderful. Please, now tell me, how would you describe your sister? Who is she? How old is she?
Yes, she's a good contribute, and she's 60 years old.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And so when this incident happened, what was the explanation given to you? Why was she killed?
Yes, she was killed by accused as a witch. And which is one of their brother. For that matter, she was coming to inform we as a parent in the house. And the two gentlemen chased her and beat her severely up to death.
Okay.
And then later on they came and then informed we as a parent that our sister has passed away. And we say no. When you were beating our sister, people saw it. And they told people what you are doing is not good.
So
About 4 to 5 hours interval, you cannot give us this information. It's better for you to send the body to mortuary, and then we'll see how we can investigate and see what caused the death.
But do you have any idea who may have perpetrated this crime?
Yes, those who committed the crime here is Namka Bama and Kwambian Emmanuel. They are the two gentlemen who beat my sister up to death. And the security arrested one person. Namka Bama, he left Kwambian Emmanuel. And that is why we as a family, we say no, unless they bring Kwambian Emmanuel, for the law must be taken. And the right thing must be done. before we can allow the body to be buried.
Mm.
Yes.
What has been?
It's a serious issue.
Indeed, it is. What has been the communication given to you by either the police or even the chiefs in the area about what they intend to do about the situation?
Yes, really, indeed. I spoke, even this morning, I spoke with the assemblyman. And yesterday too, I spoke with the assemblyman again. And he told me that he will work accordingly with the chief, and they will make sure that they bring the other guy who is part of the victim, who is part of the murder case. And we'll see how best we can iron the things. Yes, currently I spoke with the assemblyman.
Okay.
Yes. And we told them that we don't have any problem. But our problem is they should bring the guy. And then the right thing must be, the truth must be spoken. And then we see how we can process the thing. And the body can be buried.
Right.
But without that, it will be something else.
Right. Thank you so much for your time here on News Desk. We've also been joined by the chief of the area, Bagut Alasan. Mr. Alasan, we're grateful for your time here. But seeing that this situation has happened in your community, how are you handling it?
I left for Accra before the incident happened. I'm the chief of the community, but I work in Accra. So I think I left about 2 days before it happened. It happened on the 13th of August. That was a Sunday. That was briefed by my subjects at my parish. According to them, the woman was accused of witchcraft. So they invited her to her family house, the head of the family house. They asked her to deny knowledge of the accusation. But they said they were going to take her to a fetish priest in Togo. And they said if that's the case, they should allow her to go and inform her family members at Kago, a community called Kago. So she was allowed to go. And on her way, she was almost entering the community when the young guy called Bama, the sick boy's elder brother, with one of his friends, followed up. And when they were pulling the woman, they were pulling up the woman, their fuel finished. So they parked their motorbike and had to run after her. So when the woman was about entering the community, they just attacked her with their cudgels, beat her to a pulp. And so it was then that the woman's nephew came out and saw what was happening to his aunt. So he was able to seize one of the cudgels from the boys and then asked them to take their corpse back home.
Well, Mr. Alasan, we understand, the incident that has happened, but as a chief in the community, this is a grave, grave, grave crime that has happened. And just recently, a bill was passed in Parliament to abort some of these incidents. How is it that this is happening under your watch? What are you doing about it?
Yeah, the issue is still with the police. The police came and took the cops away and arrested one of the boys. So right now, the corpse is in the morgue. But they are insisting that they should get them the other boy. There were 2 boys who did that. So they should get him the other boy before the corpse can be released for them to go and bury. Now, as the chief of the community, I'm waiting for the corpse to come. I have some verifications, some performances to do before they can bury the corpse. Then after the burial, I will sit with the family members and know what sort of methods to take.
Right. But before you go as well, another important issue is that many of the residents in your community are unaware of the bill that has been passed against some of these practices. How are you ensuring that this does not repeat?
Well, when I go back to the north, I think I'll have to organize that. I have been calling meetings. I will invite my chiefs and most of my community members to attend those meetings. So when I go back, as usual, I will invite them and send me forms. about the new bill that has been passed. You know, previously I used to entertain these witchcraft issues, but at the point I was advised to, because a witch or a witchcraft is a spiritual thing. I don't have the eyes to see it. And so whenever somebody is accused of witchcraft, I don't have to entertain those people. And so I have really started dissuading my people before this incident happened. So as usual, when I go back home, I will mobilize them and get them educated on what has happened.
For your time, Mr. Alasan, he is chief of that community where a 60-year-old woman has been lynched, being accused of witchcraft. Well, we've been trying to get a sponsor of the bill, Francis Xavier Susu, but we've not been able to reach him. As and when we get him, we will speak to him on this matter. Now let's turn our attention to the coup in Niger, and Joy News exclusively caught up with Chief of Staff of Niger's deposed President Mohamed Bazoum, who is still in denial that the military has toppled their government. Chibo Dauda says the Presidential Guard, which seized power in the French West Country at the end of last month, lacks recognition in the international community. A group of military chiefs from West Africa are wrapping up a strategic meeting organized by sub-regional body ECOWAS here in Accra to fashion out modalities on the deployment of troops to restore constitutional order in Niger. Speaking exclusively to Joy News, Blessed Suka last night, the beleaguered Chief of Staff says Mohamed Bazoum is in good spirits, knowing that he is the legitimate president of Niger.
I don't need to ask you how you're doing, because obviously things are not too well for you and the Nigerian public. But let's start off with how you made it into Ghana. What was your story? How did you leave Niger? Even when the coup happened, when you were in that country, how did you run for your life and to make it right into the Republic of Ghana?
Thank you for everything. But before answering your question, I want to correct something.
Right.
I'm not the former chief of staff. I'm the chief of staff of the president of the Republic of Niger.
You don't accept that you've been deposed?
Mohamed Bazoum, who is still the elected president of Niger, then is not the former president. He is the president of the Republic of Niger, the elected one. This attempt to depose him is still ongoing, and it will finish in
So you don't even accept that you've been deposed?
No.
Bazoum
is still the president of the Republic of Niger, recognized by all the countries in the world, except of course Mali and Burkina Faso, that are in the same situation.
But you can't go back home now because your president is no more. There's a new prime minister, there's a new cabinet.
Il n'y a pas de premier ministre, il n'y a pas de nouveau cabinet, tout ça est nul et de nul effet. Le président Mohamed Bazoum est le président de la République du Niger est le seul président de la République du Niger reconnu par tous.
So basically what he's trying to say, and for those of you who may not understand, is that they do not accept, being the former chief of staff, he does not first of all accept that there's a new cabinet, he does not accept that there's a new president, he does not accept that there's a new leader of the Nigerian people. All he accepts right now is the fact that there is only one president in the Republic of Niger, and that is President Mohamed Bazoum, who was democratically elected. Now I'm going to ask you about President Mohamed Bazoum, because I need to ask you how he's doing right now, how he's faring. After the coup d'etat happened, you were there trying to fight back. It didn't work, so you left, but he's being detained now. How is he feeling now as we speak?
Le président de la République va très bien. Il a le moral très haut et il est prêt à se battre pour la démocratie, pour la liberté, pour la justice au Niger. Donc le président de la République va très bien, il a le moral très très haut. Certes, les conditions de vie sont déplorables parce que depuis l'événement du 26 juillet, la junte a mis tout en œuvre pour le démoraliser, pour le faire ramener à un état réduit, mais c'est sans compter sur sa force morale Donc le président de la République va très bien.
Okay, so basically he's making the point that when you talk about President Mohamed Bazoum, he's in high spirit, good spirit. In fact, morally, his morale is high. He's not down or, dampened. His spirit is not dampened by the fact that there's a new military junta that is controlling the country, except to say that he's been detained. And naturally, when you're detained, your rights are restricted. You do not have the right to move. You do not have the right to make certain natural, adjustments which he would have done when he was head of state. So that is the only confinement in which he finds himself, except to say that he still believes that he's the president of the republic and is in good spirit. I guess that's the point, the import of the point you're making. Now, you're saying that he's in good health. If he's in good health and is in a high morale, he's been deposed by the military junta, and we've seen the military junta receiving a lot of support. I don't know if it's just my impression, but they seem to be receiving a lot of support. You take a look at when the coup happened, they staged a rally at a stadium, and in that stadium, lots of people filling up the stadium to capacity. It does suggest that there's just something right with this coup d'etat and the military regime that is controlling. People appear to be supporting them. Is that not the case?
Sur ça, ce que je veux vous dire, d'abord, sachez que dans des situations comme ça, c'est toujours le populisme qui prend le dessus sur tout ce qui est rationnel. Alors, donc, la junte nigérienne n'a pas fait exception. Quand il y a eu le coup d'État, la vraie manifestation s'est tenue le premier jour du coup d'État. Il y avait eu une manifestation spontanée. Moi, j'étais dans la manifestation, j'avais conduit cette manifestation. C'était des milliers et des milliers de Nigériens qui étaient sortis pour dire non au coup d'État. Ils ont tiré à balles réelles sur les gens. 4 personnes étaient sévèrement blessées. C'est ce qui a démotivé les gens ce jour-là. Après, eux-mêmes, pour se donner bonne conscience, ils ont organisé un simulacre de manifestation où ils ont pris toutes les nouvelles recrues des militaires, les nouvellement recrues, et leurs familles qu'ils ont habillées en t-shirt. Certains d'ailleurs n'ont pas eu le temps de se déshabiller, d'enlever leur habit militaire pour mettre leur habit civil quand ils sont venus à la manifestation. Et si vous regardez, quand ils ont attaqué l'ambassade de France, celui qui a été blessé au pied, que vous voyez dans les manifestations qu'on avait prises, c'est un colonel-major de l'armée. Donc, les manifestants ne sont pas des gens, des civils qui sont contents, la plupart qui sont contents du régime militaire.
Why are you arguing so? Why so?
Parce que c'est ce que je veux de vous dire. La plupart des manifestants, quand vous regardez même à la télévision, ils ont encore le treillis militaire, le t-shirt militaire. Et celui qui a été blessé à l'ambassade de France le jour où ils ont fait la grande manifestation, parce que la riposte a fait que les gens étaient obligés de tirer des gaz lacrymogènes sur eux. Il y a un qui était blessé au pied, c'était un colonel-major de l'armée. Donc ça veut dire que la plupart des manifestants, ce sont des éléments, les nouvelles recrues de l'armée qu'ils ont fait sortir. Ça c'est un premier point. Le deuxième point, sachez que le Niger compte 8 régions. Parmi les 8 régions, c'est uniquement Niamey où il y a eu des manifestants. Dans toutes les capitales, c'est l'opposition qui est forte en Afrique. Principalement au Niger, l'opposition est très forte à Niamey. Donc ils ont fait sortir les militants de l'opposition. Le parti politique de l'opposition du leader Hama Amadou qui est à Paris actuellement, il a écrit une lettre pour demander à ces gens de sortir pour soutenir la manifestation. Donc voilà la manifestation de Niamey. Mais quand vous regardez les médias, quand vous regardez les télévisions, vous voyez que dans tous les pays, dans toutes les autres régions, nos gens ont manifesté, y compris à Niamey, où ils ont été tirés à balles réelles.
So basically the point the former chief of staff is making is that we should disregard what is happening on the televisions as we see it, and also making the point that what we have is that the military is just inviting people to create the impression as though they have legitimacy, but they do not have legitimacy based on what we're seeing on the screens, and that they are just bringing their cronies and bringing people who align with them to fill the stadium. So we shouldn't believe what we're seeing on the television.
Well, the head of the Foreign Affairs and Diplomatic Desk, Blessed Soga, joins me for more on this. Blessed, so we know today is the second day for the meeting of the Chiefs of Defense Staff from ECOWAS. What do we know about today's meeting?
Well, Amisi, it's a pleasure to be talking to you. But first of all, I must point out that we are stationed right in front of the embassy of the Republic of Niger. And why we're here is because we're picking information that some Nigerian citizens may be picketing the embassy in a few minutes from now. It's the reason for which you're seeing the police vehicles which are stationed right in front of the mission or the foreign embassy of the People's Republic of Niger, the Republic of Niger, I should say. But just to give you a background to that meeting that transpired yesterday that we saw amongst the army chiefs, what we witnessed yesterday actually was the day one of a committee meeting. And this committee meeting is simply a meeting amongst the military chiefs drawn from West African countries. Now, these military chiefs are basically doing a meeting as part of efforts to reactivate or activate what the sub-regional body ECOWAS is calling as a standby force. Now, they are calling it a standby force because any moment from now, the regional body, through the leadership of President Akufo-Addo, President Bola Tinubu, and the other West African leaders, they have resolved to deploy military troops into the Republic of Niger to restore constitutional order. That's because ECOWAS is arguing that after the democratically elected President Mohamed Bazoum was ousted, the military junta in Niger is unwilling to negotiate and to return the country to constitutional pathways. So that's the reason for which the military chiefs are meeting, and today happens to be day two, where we'll be bringing you some live updates when that meeting wraps up somewhere around 2 p.m. today. So we're waiting for the final communique from this. Security experts will be briefing us on the technicalities of the deployment and what the military will be doing once the green light is given. So we'll get a sense of that at Bema Camp, which is serving as the base for that meeting of the military chiefs. But what you see now is police presence at the Nigerian embassy. And I must point out at this moment that in a few minutes from now, we will see citizens of Niger who are resident in Accra. They will be coming right here to the embassy right behind me to make a strong statement, as they are indicating to us, to the Nigerian junta. The point is that they do not agree with the military intervention, or coup d'etat if you want to call it, within their own country. We're uncertain about what their opinion will be on the decision by the sub-regional body ECOWAS to deploy military troops. But what we know, speaking to Jibo Dauda last night, is that they support the intervention because they believe that the intervention is simply necessary to restore constitutional order. It's unclear if the citizens who are resident in Ghana will also go with that approach by the sub-regional body ECOWAS. But for now, the Ghana Police Service with its men are stationed here, trying to keep law and order and to ensure that the picketing that we are likely to see in the next few minutes will not be chaotic, but would rather be a peaceful message that will be sent across, all in a view to tramp home that message that they first of all want constitutional order in their country, and also that the military team in Niger ought to release the deposed President Mohamed Bazoum. That's the message they'll be sending across. And we can just pan over and give you a sense of some of them arriving right here in Accra, where we have some of them filing through and coming together just to make that statement that they would want to make to their military regime and military team in Niger. The message is simple. They want the democratically elected President Mohamed Bazoum reinstated, and right afterwards they are also asking for a return to constitutional rule. So a bit of a chit chat amongst some of the citizens who have started arriving here. We'll be giving you some updates as and when their activities start. And also we'll also be updating you on that meeting which is happening concurrently amongst the security chiefs of the various West African countries. Now, yesterday, when we interacted with ECOWAS, the indication we're getting is that all is set, except to say the meeting happening at Burma camp is simply a meeting of dedication, a meeting that is set to explain and also to get feedback and affirmation or endorsement from all the military chiefs from the West Africa sub-region who would be making their statement on the technicalities, how to approach the deployment, and some of the issues to be on the lookout for as the deployment takes off. We also do know that after today's meeting, there'll be a clear roadmap for the military from West African countries who first of all have to contribute troops. Then there'll be, of course, the establishment of structures as to how this exercise will be carried out. And also we'll get to know which of the countries will be leading the command. These are the three key issues that we'll be learning after today's meeting. But right here at the Nigerian embassy, there's set to be drama, obviously, because the residents or citizens of Nigeria resident in Ghana will be amassing in their numbers in a few moments from now just to register their displeasure at what's happening in the country. There is the issue about the capacity of the sub-region ECOWAS. Why is that key? Because there's criticism that the sub-region, knowing that it is facing issues of economic challenges, does not have the capacity, first of all, to go into Niger and to risk spending billions and billions of dollars. At our last count was $2.3 billion just to sustain a military trip in Niger. That question has come up. The sub-regional body says it is determined to simply use its own resources because it believes that constitutional order must come back to Niger. So we were speaking to Ambassador Fatal Abdel, who's the Commissioner in charge of Political Affairs, Peace and Security, who also pointed out to us that this is solely an ECOWAS exercise, and the fact that the sub-regional body does not need the express permission from, say, the United Nations or the African Union. This he has been reacting to because of the criticisms that have come up. Some sources pointing out to us that as we speak, the African Union is divided about the intervention and the decision by the ECOWAS body because after their security committee meeting, the body was divided with some of the sub-regional bodies disagreeing with ECOWAS on the decision to use the military. In fact, yesterday at the first meeting of the military chiefs, what transpired was that Cape Verde did not turn up. Cape Verde did not show up for the meeting because Cape Verde is making a strong case and mounting that case for what they are terming as the need for diplomacy and the need for a peaceful resolution of the crisis. It's the reason for which we did not see, Cape Verde attend. Mali, Burkina Faso have all declared their solidarity for the military regime in Niger, and that is beginning to complicate matters. But obviously, Niger would also not be part, and so we did not see, of course, the Nigerian officials or envoy attending that meeting. But in your shots now, you can see some of the residents or citizens of Niger already amassing and coming closer. And of course, the numbers will be growing by the day. And we see the police and security chiefs already trying to restore order as we speak. This is the Joy News channel. We're bringing this to you live, where the citizens of Niger are beginning to picket, if I may call it, in front of the Nigerian embassy here in Accra. It's a busy day as well, busy Friday, but the police...
And those are live excerpts from the Nigerian embassy here in Accra. You heard our Foreign Affairs desk president, who has been giving us updates on what's happening at Burma camp and also the Nigerian embassy, where some Nigerian residents are picketing there to ensure that the deployment that will be sent to Niger doesn't happen. But as and when we get updates on those developments, we'll be bringing it to you here on Joy News. But let's go back to our first story, where 60-year-old woman, Konji Dut, has been beaten to death on accusations of witchcraft. We've been joined by MP for Madina and sponsor for the Witchcraft Allegation Bill, Francis Xavier Sosu, on this particular issue. Francis Xavier Sosu, you've learned of this incident recently, and how does this come to you, knowing that this bill was passed recently, barely a month ago, in Parliament to forestall some of these actions?
I think that a very good morning to your cherished viewers. I feel really sad and quite worried about the turn of events that we still have people being accused of witchcraft accusation, even though Parliament recently passed a bill to criminalize the said practice of accusing another person of being a witch. I try to follow the story carefully, and exactly what we're trying to prevent is what happened. Like someone waking up and saying that I saw you in the dream flying and trying to harm me in my dream, and for that reason you are a witch. Unfortunately, there was a family or a community gathering where the woman was confronted as being a witch, and according to the story, on her way to go and report to her own family, that was when this murder occurred. It's quite unfortunate. I know that since the bill got passed about a couple of weeks ago, it's still undergoing processes of being assented to by the presidency. I would just use the platform to actually ask that it would be assented to early enough so that sensitization can start. I think that this problem has been with us for many, many years now, and it won't stop just because a law has been passed. It will require collective effort to do a lot of sensitization within the communities, and then also full implementation of the law. I believe that there is no relationship between even the accusation right now, even and then the murder that occurred, because we don't know who actually killed. And I'm sure police will definitely be investigating what led to the murder. But we all know that the root cause is the positive accusation. And so the one who did that accusation definitely would also have to be picked and possibly questioned and prosecuted. But I'm afraid that could not happen now, because I'm sure that I've been monitoring to see whether we can have news of the presidential assent, but we are yet to have that one.
Well, Mr. Sosu, in the absence of the president yet to assent to this bill to pass into law, what then happens in the interim? What measures can be put in place to serve as deterrent, in this circumstance?
Well, I think that, depending on the kind of investigation police may want to do into this matter, we could treat the person who did this accusation as having abetted, the crime. So police should swiftly arrest, the person doing the accusation, as well as the community members that actually gathered to ostensibly to confront this woman with this issue, which eventually, on her way to tell her family members, met her untimely death. And it's quite unfortunate. We must understand that this whole issue of witchcraft accusation is buried in religion, culture, myth, and so many things. And until we begin to effectively, first of all, communicate the law, and secondly, implement the law, it will be difficult for it to cease. But when people know that by accusing another person, you have actually been arrested, charged under the act, and jailed under the act, I'm sure it will serve as a deterrent to many people.
Right. We're grateful for your time, but just before you go, another challenge has been education of these people, residents in these communities, getting to know about the bill and also to ensure that they do not do this to their fellow residents. How do you need to wait for the law to be passed before you start sensitization, or you can start something now?
I think you are very right. I believe that all CSOs who have been working together to ensure that this bill get passed, I'm talking about the Sane Institute, Action Aid, Amnesty International, and all other, including even the diplomatic community, the British High Commission, Australia High Commission, American embassy, all the diplomatic community who have been all interested in supporting UK aid, for example, supported Asuntaba and all the CSOs that were all involved in this, the process to criminalize witchcraft accusation. I would use a platform to actually appeal to all of them that this is the time for us to rechannel funding towards community-based sensitization, so that in these communities we can actually educate the communities to understand that accusing another person of being a witch has the potential of letting them die, like it just happened in this case. And that it is even criminal now for you to do that, even as you wait for the presidential assent. I also think that there is also an onus or duty on the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection, because they are charged with the responsibility to protect the most vulnerable in society. So I think this is an opportunity for the ministry also, through the Department of Social Welfare, to begin a very serious or a series of education programs in these communities, so that we can bring the communities up to speed about the new law.
Grateful for your time here, Francis Xavier Sosu, who is sponsor of the Witchcraft Allegation Bill, giving us his thoughts on the latest incident that has seen a 60-year-old woman beaten to death in Naswano district in the Northeast region. Now let's move on. The Electoral Commission has vowed to go after all persons who breach the rules and regulations for the upcoming voters registration exercise. The EC announced yesterday that persons who have turned 18 since 2021 can now register to be voters. But speaking at a news conference to announce modalities for the exercise, Chairperson Jen Mensah explained that one person can only guarantee for up to 10 persons, warning anyone who goes beyond this ceiling will be prosecuted.
All applicants are to show proof of eligibility by tendering any of the following identification documents. 1, the National Identification Card, also known as the Ghana Card, and the Ghana Passport. Applicants who do not have any of the identification documents listed above are required to present 2 persons who are already registered voters to vouch for their citizenship and age. Per law, a guarantor can guarantee for up to 10 applicants. It is important to emphasize that it is a criminal offense to guarantee for more than 10 applicants, and a person who guarantees for more than 10 applicants will be prosecuted. It is also a criminal offense for a guarantor to guarantee for non-citizens and minors. The Commission will identify such persons and bring them up for prosecution. And here I'd like to call on our media partners to assist us in educating our citizenry on this specific section of the law.
Meanwhile, the district-level election scheduled for 19th of December will be conducted in all districts across the country except the Nkranza North and South districts. Jen Mensah explains why.
The district-level elections refer to the Assembly and Unit Committee elections. They are also known as the DLE for short, and that's what most of us call them. The DLE will be conducted to elect people to the lower local government structures. It is a non-partisan election, and it is held every 4 years. The 2023 district-level election will take place on Tuesday, the 19th of December, 2023. The DLE will be conducted in all 6,272 electoral areas, in all districts, with the exception of Nkranza North and Nkranza South in the Bono East region. The DLE for the 2 districts was not held in 2019 for security reasons. They were both conducted in April 2021. As such, the elections would not be held in both districts until 2025. The Commission has developed a comprehensive program of activities for the 2023 district-level elections, and this will be made available to the public shortly. As a Commission, we encourage voters to take advantage of the voters' registration exercise and register to vote. We also entreat the citizenry to participate actively in the district-level elections, which would be held on the 19th of December, 2023.
You're still listening to Joy News Desk. I am Amisi Nyamiche Thompson. We'll be right back with business.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to Business. My name is Darryl Kwao. The Office of the 2022 National Best Farmer has launched the Rethink initiative to inspire the youth to embrace agribusiness as a profit-making venture. According to the 2022 National Best Farmer, Nanayao Sapon I, the initiative will urge the youth to leverage the many opportunities provided by Agric to contribute to development. Here's more.
The Rethink initiative is aimed at encouraging the youth to see agriculture as a dynamic business opportunity and also build the capacity of existing farmers on adopting sustainable farming practices to reduce post-harvest losses. Speaking at the launch of the initiative, the 2022 National Best Farmer, Nanayao Sapon I, said his outfit is committed to advocating for policies that will drive the interest of the youth in the sector.
The Rethink initiative will seek to 1. Sensitizing youth to agriculture as a business. The Rethink program is a clarion call urging our youth to perceive agriculture and the opportunities along its value chain as more than a traditional vocation, but an avenue of boundless opportunities that is fulfilling and economically rewarding. Advocacy is the heartbeat of change. And through Rethink, we seek to amplify the voice of the youth in agriculture. We'll engage with policymakers, collaborate with industry leaders, and catalyze a movement that secures that resources, infrastructure, and support necessary for our young agri-warriors to flourish.
The Director of Agric Extension at the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, Paul Siame, added that government has incurred a huge debt as a result of the Planting for Food and Jobs program, hence the need for more youth to venture into agriculture to help achieve the aims of the program.
You agree with me, the Planting for Food and Jobs Phase 1 registers some modest achievement, but not without challenges, which were highlighted through data collection, analysis, and reporting that we had. In fact, a major one included a high debt burden on government due to the fertilizer and seed subsidy program, weak marketing component, just among others. The PFJ 2.0 approach is that of a smart input credit in which the government facilitates access to inputs by aggregators who then advance this to the farmers within a payment-in-kind approach. This model is expected to improve production and productivity whilst reducing the debt burden on government.
The Rethink initiative will conclude sensitization programs for the youth in various parts of the country on the need to venture into agriculture.
Now, Deputy Director General in charge of technical operations at the National Communications Authority, Professor Asa Osei-Boateng, has called on the youth to embrace digitalization and the opportunities it presents. Speaking at a technology fair in Sunyane, Professor Boateng stressed the need for the youth to work together with their skill set to unleash the potential of digitalization to ensure sustainable development. Precious Semevo has more.
University of Energy and Natural Resources saw students exhibit some developed applications, including Compost Connect, Smart Irrigation System, and Smart Dust Bin for Waste Management, among others.
Used to sharpen how full, and then when it is full, to give you the percent so that you can do it in teams. Are you working with we are yet to.
The week's celebration is on the theme, Unleashing the Potential of Digitalization for National Development, the Role of the Youth. Speaking at the launch of the fair, the head of the Computer Science and Informatics Department, Dr. Peter Piahene, said despite the many achievements of the department, logistical support is required to realize the full potential of the youth.
as a young and growing university with more than 13,000 students who are being trained in science and technology using ICT as a tool, we can only boast of only 30 computers with less than 50 in good working conditions. As an educationalist and an IT expert, I can see that this is a serious problem that needs urgent attention by government and all stakeholders in the tech industry. We have also nurtured students' innovation through hackathons and poster presentation, fostering an environment where students can showcase their skills and creativity. These events are more than just academic excellence. They are also platforms that ignite the spirit of innovation and collaboration among the youth.
The Deputy Director General of the National Communications Authority, Professor Eze Osei-Yeboah-Boateng, said the NCA through the Rural Telephony Project has improved internet connectivity and empowered the youth to access information and opportunities. He called on the youth to embrace the development opportunities digitalization presents.
Your expertise, creativity, and enthusiasm will be vital in driving the digital transformation that Ghana needs to thrive in the 21st century. I urge each of you to embrace the opportunities that digitalization presents. Your skills, talents, aspirations are crucial in shaping a prosperous and digitally empowered Ghana. Let us work together to unleash the potential of digitalization for national development and build a future that is inclusive, sustainable, and driven by the dynamism of our youth.
Bono Regional Minister Justina Osu-Banahene, on her part, appealed to stakeholders to formulate policies to foster innovations.
We must work hand in hand to formulate policies to foster innovation, and for that matter, supply digital infrastructure and promote digital literacy, mentorship programs, and skill development initiatives can empower the youth to harness digital technology effectively and responsibly.
Precious Semevo, Joy Business, Sunyai.
And that's it for this segment. Mami Esi will be back to wrap up. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to News Desk. We'll be going back to the Nigerian embassy where Blessed Soga, our head of Foreign Affairs and Diplomatic Affairs, is to give us an update of the picketing of Nigerians at the embassy who are calling for the reinstatement of President Bazoum, as well as the prevention of a military deployment in Niger. Blessed Soga is there for us, and we'll take it from here.
Of President Mohamed Bazoum, and they are also making further pronouncements that the political situation in their country ought to be reversed. Is the reason for which they are picketing right in front of the Nigerian embassy here in Accra, and their message is simple. They want President Mohamed Bazoum reinstated after he was deposed by the military regime or military junta in the Republic of Niger. So what you see now are all citizens of Niger. They are citizens who have amassed right here in front of the Nigerian embassy. And their point is simple, that they do not support the military takeover of the democratically elected President Mohamed Bazoum. And it's the reason for which you find women and so many of them yelling,
we want him back. We want Bazoum. We want him. He's a good president. And we don't want the milking of the soldier. We want Bazoum back. So they should bring him back for us.
Are you against the soldiers?
No, we don't like the soldiers because we will not see improvement in our country because of the youth. So we want the Bazoum back in our country. He's a good father. He's a father of all. So we want him back.
And that's the message that's resonating all across today. As you see, so many of the, citizens of Niger registering their displeasure. So let's listen to their leadership.
So please, they should try for us, the people in Niger, the soldiers should drop down. They should give the president of the Niger people vote to him to power. They should bring the president in back. So what we are saying, apart of Bazoum, we don't have any president in Niger because we need democracy. Africa is democracy. They give us democracy freedom and justice, everybody to talk, but we know this soldier law. So that's why we come to here. We are discussing the ambassade here. The people, they are giving noise. They should drop the soldier. We need the president back. The soldier, we not like soldier law because they no vote give the soldier. They vote for the president. The president is working for Niger. The president is working. He like the Niger people. What happened? Every place that you go see the president go say that my people, my people. So that's why we come to here to give a noise in the ambassade.
But we've seen you people in the stadium supporting the military. Is that not an indication?
We know the people they are supporting the military. I think that is not that they are opposition, but we in democracy, we need democracy. Nobody that is going to follow the band that they no vote give the person. So far as they vote give the president, so that one that is the president for Niger. So even now, if they say the soldier is president, who vote to the soldier? Nobody vote to him. That the coup that is making is wrong.
Now you are here. What? For how long will you be here? For how long do you intend to stay?
I born in Ghana here.
Yes.
I born in Ghana.
So for how long?
I live in Ghana here. I born in Ghana about good 47 years. Right. I mean the age of 47 years. But since I know that they bring democracy for us, Niger is working in democracy. Even the all Africa, they can't give us democracy, so we follow democracy law. So that's why we came here. What happened in Niger, we here in the Nigerian, we don't like it at all.
The people here, how long will you stay? How long?
I think that someone stay here all by birth, more people by birth in Niger, but they are citizens in Ghana because so far as they're born here, but someone to came in Ghana.
I'm talking about the demonstration today. Will you stay here? Will you stay here?
We stay here about 3 days or 4 days.
You'll be here
in 3 days or 4 days or 1 week. We can do in demonstration anytime. So you are behind what ECOWAS is doing, right? We are hearing about what ECOWAS is doing. It's right. ECOWAS is supposed to follow the right to drop the soldiers because they don't have any right to come to bring the countries coming back. Now the country is come to zero.
But the concern is that people were already suffering in Niger under Mohamed Bazoum.
Yeah, so far as Niger to someone's come out inside. If you take Niger is 8 regions. 5 regions or 6 regions, all they come to give that they should bring the president back. Only the capital that we see some 4 people, they come to support the soldiers. They don't have any right to support the soldiers. We don't need soldier law to be present for us.
What message do you have to the coup leaders?
The coup leaders, the message that you have to them, they should go back. They should come to see them because they think that we know every country soldier supposed to follow the law of the country. So far as them to Bazoum Mohamed is their president, the coup that they make is not coup, it's kidnapping. It's not coup. Coup is not coming like this. The president is not doing any bad. The president is doing only good. So we are giving the soldiers, please, they should don't hungry about their people in Niger because now people they are suffering. So far as ECOWAS give us, they give us what is calling ECOWAS give, nobody is enter, nobody is coming out. Now Niger, people they are hungry. So far as ECOWAS is not working about what they are doing.
You're saying that you sleep here?
Yeah, we are sleep here because of what happened. Now more people they are coming. Yeah, they are coming. We call them, they will come. Whether today we are doing, tomorrow they will come back. We're there here from now to night.
Just come along with me and let's get to know much more about what's happening. But if you're joining us now, this is the Joy News channel. So for today, what petition do you have? Because I see that you have a paper that you'll be presenting to the commission. What will you be presenting to the commission?
The commission that, the thing that we go present to them, the ambassade thing is under democracy. That's why we follow to come to the ambassade. They should know that the soldiers that they make the coup, they didn't bring any ambassade in Ghana here. Bazoum Mohamed is the president, is giving the commission to ambassade. So we are supporting, we are not talking about the ambassade, we are talking for the right of the Nigerian.
What is your name, by the way?
My name is Alhaji Sule Haruna.
Right. Alhaji Sule Haruna, you're leading this group.
Yeah.
Now,
are you the for them for Greater Accra?
The point is, are you aware of what's happening in your own country?
Yeah.
The fact that people say you are not developed, you need development. That's why they
that one all they are lying. Today everybody know. Since the government for President Muhammad Isufu, good 12 years 6 months, everybody know the development of Niger. Niger, first like this, if you go to Niger, you go see more things that we don't have. But today, Niger is changed because we are civilized on Niger. Now, things is opening, things is doing right, everything is moving. The president, he like him, country people, it's like everybody. So we can't allow the soldier people to come to sit for the seat. They said that they are president. We will not like them today. We will not like them tomorrow.
Some say that you are in Accra, you are in Ghana. So why are you concerned? I mean, you are safe. Nothing is happening to you.
Ghana is freedom and justice. Ghana democracy is working because Ghana, everybody, whether you are citizen, whether you are not citizen, Ghana, they like everybody. They like in democracy. So that's why Ghana, peace, freedom and justice in Ghana here. So Ghana, that's why Ghana go forward. Ghana is moving, it's motherland, it's fatherland. Ghana is for everybody.
So that's what you want in your country too?
Yeah, that's what we want in our country too. Because who like soldier law?
You all want democracy?
We need democracy. That's why we come here. If a part of no democracy, we can't come here because it's not soldier law. So that's why we are here. So please, they should try for us.
But some say that what is happening is not making people safe. Are you not aware of that?
All that is they are lying. Who that going to protect the country? The soldiers people, they're supposed to protect the people of the country. So far as the president buy everything for them, they buy guns, they buy army cars, they buy everything for them. They should wake up, they spread their country for us. But now, I'm exactly going to say something to you. Since that these soldier people come, about 7 times they are killing the soldiers. You that you say that you dropped the president, you that you say you drop the president because of things that is spoiling. But now that this is making land, this is making rough in Niger. I think that since they come is 2 weeks, get out to 3 weeks. They kill soldiers, almost 150 soldiers in Niger. But why you the soldier? Wake up to go fight the terrorists. Wake up to go fight the Boko Haram.
Let's have more people join us. There are some women also here.
Please, this is my mother. Yeah. Going to speak to Hausa.
I mean, looking at your age, you should have been at home. Why are you here? Why did you leave home to come and join the people?
I mean, take English or Hausa.
Maybe you can help with the translation. So I'm just asking.
My name is Hadiza to Islam, father. I am a Nigerian, but I'm born in Ghana. We don't lack soldiers. We don't lack soldiers. We lack soldiers to go bush. Soldiers, we know them bush and camp. The soldier will not take present. We don't like soldier present.
So the message is clear. The message is that they don't want the military intervention. They want the military back in the barracks for democracy to be reinstated in their country. There are some leading figures.
Sai bazum su bar zababben shugaban kasa ya muna mulki sun kashe muna kasa babu yau ba mu san su mulkin soja yau wala gobe.
So what is it?
He said that the soldier people should go back to the bush, and we don't want it in the country. They should go back. We want peace in our country.
I see. So that's the resounding message that we have here. Lots of people asking for democracy and asking people, of course, especially the military regime in Niger, to hand over power. That's the message that, all of the citizens of Niger who are gathered here, right opposite the Nigerian embassy, have been calling for, asking that they want the reinstatement of President Mohamed Bazoum. So you can see that's a picture of the deposed President Mohamed Bazoum, who is in your shot there. And the point is they want the reinstatement of Mohamed Bazoum as the president of the country. Let's engage some more persons who are here with us. Hello, sir. Good morning. I see that you were supposed to be in the office by now, but you've decided to come out. Why?
We don't need soldier. Soldier, we are in democracy. We need democracy. Africa, the whole Africa, we need democracy. Soldiers, we need this soldier. You don't want this time. No.
But we saw them in the stadium. Lots of people came out to support them. Is that not an indication that they are working?
No. This one is a Kalibuli. It's not right. So now we need our president to come back in his seat, because what these soldiers did is kidnapping. It's not cool. So we need our president. We need Bazoum.
Okay. See, that's the message. They need President Bazoum back in power, and that's a message you find from the leadership of the group. And the message is one, that they want the reinstatement of President Mohamed. Well, so they're about to make a declaration. Let's just take that, and then we'll take that from them. Yeah.
I'm the one way to talk the declaration. So
Vendredi 18 août 1983. Depuis le 26 juillet 1923, notre pays, plus particulièrement notre parti, assiste impuissant à une remise en cause des institutions de la République, avec le sous-périlleux de certains individus à sa feuille du pouvoir et d'intérêt égoïsme. Prenez en otage le président de la République, Mohamed Bazoum, sa famille, ainsi que des leaders politiques, dont le président du parti, Foumaca Igado. La junte finance les manifestations en sa faveur pour légitimer une prise de pouvoir par la force. Pire, avec sa caution, les paisibles citoyens vivent dans la peur de vandalisme, d'attaques et autres intimidations, tout comme la junte fait subir au président de la République démocratiquement élu des pires des humiliations avec un isolement total. L'insécurité et le terrorisme, première conséquence de la prise d'otages, empêchant au président de la République, Mohamed Bazoum, d'exercer librement ses fonctions. En seulement 2 semaines d'entrave, du chef d'État, chef suprême des armées, nous avons enregistré des attaques complexes des terroristes sur des positions militaires qui ont fait tomber nos braves soldats, les FDS, et des civils tués sauvagement. Des localités comme Goubal, Wabila, Hondobon, Kantanga, Samira, Sanam et enfin tout récemment à Makolondi qui fait état de 17 soldats massacrés. Voici le bilan du général Chani. À cet effet, la section du PND Stareya Ghana apporte son soutien ferme au président de la République, Mohamed Bazoum, exige la libération sans condition de notre cher président et la restauration dans ses fonctions. Dénonce l'usage du titre du président de la République à un individu qui a suspendu la Constitution ainsi que toutes les institutions de la République. Demande à l'Organisation des droits de l'homme d'exiger la junte le respect des principes sacro-saints de la préservation de la dignité et de la personne humaine. Vive le président de la République, Alej Mohamed Bazoum. Vive le PND Stareya. Vive le Niger. Je vous remercie.
All right, so there you have it. Just trying to make sense of some of the issues that he's pointing out to, making the point, first of all, and asking that the preservation of the dignity of human people must be upheld. It's part of the message that was sent by, the Nigerian community here in Ghana. And I just want to quote portions of what has been said. And we can just engage the president of the community here in Ghana. Good morning to you, sir.
Morning.
Why are you not happy about what's happening?
Right.
So you do the translation for us. Why are you not happy about what's happening today?
See, that's what we know happened. You see, President Mohamed Bazoum is an humble man, is a good man. We not get president like Mohamed Bazoum. If Mohamed Bazoum stay in Niger like 10 years, all Niger go develop. But how the soldier come and destroy Niger, we not like.
You don't like it?
I not like. My people do not like. Nigerian people do not like.
Is that affecting your business, onion business?
You know, but it affects everything. Because now, say if you go take a goose for Nigeria, you won't come. Now the goose there for border, they come. Really? Plenty people lost money. Plenty people lost in business. Then the person can't, they hand empty. He can't poor man because of the course of the border. Who bring that in? Only be the soldier we bring up. Nigeria, we don't enjoy. Everything is cheap. Food is cheap. But the soldier come now, food is cost. Electricity, no electricity. It cross border. Nothing no go inside. Nothing no they move for Niger now.
What's your message to your people in Niger?
My people for Niger, make them support Bazoum Mohamed. Make it come back. Make they talk to the soldiers to make them to listen, to hand over the power give to Mohamed Bazoum.
Only Bazoum go solve Niger people problem, but no be soldier. Soldier no go fit solve Niger problem.
People say Bazoum is not good.
Bazoum is very good. It's politics. Bazoum is very good. Me tell you say Bazoum is good. Bazoum don't have any problem. He like everybody. You don't have a racism. If you like only Nigerian, it's good, very good. If Bazoum not good, me I no go come stay here and talk say make Bazoum come back.
What's your name, sir?
My name Alhaji Ali Dumbai.
Alhaji Ali.
Chairman of Pendes Taria for here Ghana.
Alhaji, thank you so much for talking to us. So many of them are still here. Gentlemen, there's a young gentleman with us here. Let's also engage him. Good morning to you, sir. So I see you're not happy about the coup.
Yes, we gather here that we are not happy what is going in Niger because of the soldier making the coup Chinese. What is going is not fair. It's not right because people make voting to bring Bazoum to be their president. Now he take the gun and bring Bazoum down. He want to be president. That is not right. If Gan will bring president, everybody will be president because.
But they say that you the young people. They say you the young people. You don't have job in Niger, so the military want to create a better economy for you.
Okay, that one I have question for you on that matter. Okay, for only this year that the young boys they don't have working in Niger or for long because for him he working with Isif Muhammad. He's the bodyguard for him. Okay. So at that time, the young people, they have working or they don't have. That's what I'm asking. Okay. He said,
so it's not true.
It's not true. It's not true. Everybody know you are Ghanaian. How many Niger people, young people, you see here for long? Even 10 years back, you don't see them. You see them here. Okay. He's the one cause problem more than all the president in Niger. Because no president come in Niger, they close the borders. No president come in Niger that they close the airport. No food is going. No medicine is going. People are dying for hunger. Yesterday I asked some man in Niger side, he's selling food. I asked him how much is the millet, the bag. Millet, one bag. That is 33,000 sefa.
33,000 sefa. So the goods are not coming. The goods are not coming into Ghana.
They are not coming. They are not coming. They are not coming. They are not going. So how can you say you love people? That's why you come. If I say I love you, but I will keep you, you will not have food. Can you agree with that? I don't think that will make sense.
What message do you want to send out here?
What the message that I want to change send them to that? Truly, they should let Bazoum come back because Bazoum is the president that everybody make voting to bring him. Okay. But the military, if you go and fighting with the jihadis. We get the jihadis plenty. Even you say Niger is not peaceful, you come, they kill more than 200 people.
So
what is more than that?
I see. And that's a message from the young man there. But let's speak to Alhaji, who's also present.
Salamu alaikum. Abin da ya samu ku zo nan saboda gaskiya Allah ba mu son mulkin sojan nan. Bazoum muke so. Bazoum muka so a yi hankuri a maida shi don gaskiya ba mu jin daɗi. Abin da kun ga ya zo nan ga ko rabi ma bai zo ba ta kuna. Kowa da kowa Bazoum yake so. Sojan ya san Allah ya san koma kam.
We don't want the soldiers in our country, but we want President Bazoum back. We want peace in our country.
People say that President Bazoum did not rule well, that's why the military...
Kariya ne. Bazoum shi ne mutumin kirki wanda ke Nijar ya sani ko yaro kankane ne. Aikin da Bazoum ya yi shekara 2 da rabi. Sojan nan ko ya yi shekara 20 bai yi shi. Kuma sojan nan ba a son shi. Da kafiye kafin don Allah don annabi ya koma barin sai ba mu kasan mu ya ba Bazoum mu democracy muke so.
He said what Bazoum did in our country, he did well with the youth and everybody in the country. So we don't want the soldier. We want peace in our country, and the soldier cannot rule us because what Bazoum did for 2 years, the soldier cannot do even 3 years or 4 years.
But the soldiers, they've set up their new government. They have a new prime minister. Don't you want it?
Wannan duka banza ne mun cire to don saboda mun samu karfi daga ECOWAS da African Union da Europe mun samu karfi kowa da kowa mun samu mu ke da Niger kasar mu ba mu son shi wadanda suke nyamai ma yau mutum na so ya fita bai samu hanyar fita yunwa kowa ya sani ko ne wanda ke Nijar duka ya sani ana wahala don shi don Allah don annabi shi da kanshi ya sani bai san abin da yake yi yanzu shi sojan da kancan.
He said what Bazoum is doing, we want Bazoum because the ECOWAS wanted Bazoum. So we want him back. And now, even now, as at now, you are in Niger, you are not safe. You can't even go out. You can't do anything. You can't even go to work. So we want Bazoum back.
Ajay, thank you so much for speaking to us. And there are lots of people here. We're just giving you a sense of what's happening right here at the Nigerian embassy. Right in front, we have, some residents, citizens, I should say, of Niger, who have decided to amass here in front of the Nigerian embassy. It's just right opposite where we are. You can see that the military and also the Ghana Police Service is stationed there. It's actually men from the Ghana Police Service, no military man as of now. We'll definitely get to have more reactions for you. But you're watching us on the Joy News channel. What we have now is, a group of citizens of Niger who are protesting the deposition of, President Mohamed Bazoum. The message is that they want him reinstated. Let's speak to one man who's also with us here. Sir, you could come this way. Let's engage you briefly. Yes, exactly. What's your name, sir?
I'm Adam Husseini.
Are you a citizen of
Nigeria? Yeah, for sure.
Are you concerned about what's happening?
Well, we're concerned. We are, for me, my side, and our community, based on our tribe, Buzu community. What we are talking about is about peace. First of all, you look for peace, and we are calling for our president, Nana Akufo-Addo, even though they are making an arrangement of a meeting. All we are calling for a peaceful resolution to make sure everything comes together with the both parties. So that is maybe my view based on that.
Some say that the military did what they did because democracy was not at its best in your country. There is suffering of people, people are dying, people are hungry, people don't have jobs.
Well, all will depend because maybe there are two parties in the country. So maybe other side may like regime like that. Other two may like the old party. So we are that we are living in Ghana. What we are calling is about peaceful resolution. So whatever they will discuss today, we wish they should give time frame at least to discuss the peaceful way. We are calling on our president in Ghana, Nana Akufo-Addo, to make
you want the president to do something?
Yes, at least we want the president to do something.
Why would you want the president to come in? Some say, well, he's a Ghanaian president. He leads the people of Ghana. Why should he?
Yeah, because of ECOWAS is big within the African Union. So at least if some problem come within other side, because we have other family at the end. So we are also here in Ghana. So at least, first of all, since there are meeting taking place today, so all we are wishing, we wish the government also to take part, to give an extended time, at least to discuss based on the peaceful, or maybe, I don't know.
So let's talk about that meeting, because that meeting will see the deployment of the military. Are you not scared that if the military goes into Nigeria, there will be war? Are you not scared?
Well, we are scared. That's why we are trying our best to make sure maybe that soldier will cooperate based on what the union will say. So maybe if without the cooperation, maybe there will be a kind of some way which we don't like, and maybe escalation, you don't know how to be end. So all you call peace, and we are calling out for imams and all prayers together within our both community to bring peace. That is what we are looking for.
Thank you so much, sir.
That's my own advice.
I'm grateful. How about business? Please come this way. How about business?
Well,
the fear is that even the border itself, the borders are being closed now. So, are you a businessman yourself?
Yes, I'm a businessman.
You're suffering?
Yes, yes. Yeah, we are suffering because we deal in onion production and onion businesses based on the other side, and there are goods that is going in and out. So as I'm talking to you now, a lot of cars has been parked, holding up.
Some of your cars have been parked?
Yes, most. Even
how much? Let's look at that. How much, for instance, have you lost in just this few days?
Well, for now, I can't say apart because now...
More than 1 million cities?
Yes.
More than 1 million?
Yes, some of the goods are packed now. Even me with my other partners.
Lost more than 1 million cities?
We do that, but we can't say it's... because for now it's packed. Most of the goods are packed.
So the more it
stays, it can cause more damage, which we are pleading to see if there's a way of communication that peace will come, or maybe understanding.
But that's serious because that will affect you.
Yeah, it will affect not even me. Most of people that you see, some of our top business people within trading and stuff like that, onion, materials, other goods that are exchanging. So for now, goods are packed, which we have no say. So at least we are calling to see if there's a resolution or the soldier can cooperate based on what the union will say. So we are also calling on the peaceful prayers to make sure everything comes to an end.
Alaji, thank you for spending some time with us. And we're still here. We're still waiting for the rest. Just a minute, sir. We'll come to Alaji. Okay, Alaji, what do you want to share with the people?
Abin da nake son magana kai ba mu bukatan soji. Dan abin da sani ce haka nan mota 100 gare mu na albasa galmi su anan duk sun narke sun zarwa ya samu asara. To ina amfanin shi. Ya sabu kai ba bazu mu bazu mu ka bukata.
Okay, thank you so much. We're grateful, Alaji. We'll see you again. God bless you. And so that's it. Thank you too. Well, what the elderly man was saying, I believe, is the same message. The message they've been making, calling for the reinstatement of President Mohamed Bazoum, who was toppled by the military in the Republic of Niger. They're making a passionate appeal, asking that the government of Ghana, and not just the government of Ghana, but also their own military regime restores power in the Democratic Republic of Niger. That's been the message being sent.
And that was Blessed Soga bringing us updates from the Nigerian embassy here in Accra, where many Nigerians are picketing, demanding that President Bazoum is reinstated as president of Niger. Well, that brings us to the end of News Desk. We'll be back at midday with News Today. Thanks for watching.